Welcome back to the Earliest Reviews. Today's review is focused on 2021's documentary entitled Untold, Malice at the Palace. And the official synopsis of Malice at the Palace is: key figures from an infamous 2004 incident between players and fans at an NBA game in Michigan discuss the fight, its fallout, and its lasting legacy. To me, before I give out my review, please like and subscribe and comment on what I should review next. And to me, I enjoyed this documentary for what it was. I definitely did find out a lot more about Malice at the Palace, the things beforehand and the things afterhand, because I did not see Malice at the Palace live when it first happened. I was around like 5 years old when it happened and everything. And I had known about Malice at the Palace, the fight, but I didn't know exactly like what happened that caused for that big ruckus to come, and just the crazy downfall and the aftermath of what happened and everything else. I would say the first thing that I enjoyed about this documentary were the interviews. Like, having most of the key figures of this incident being interviewed was a really nice touch. It was really crazy with just hearing the stories of just some of the players and just how they felt when the Malice at the Palace happened, and some of the things that they were doing to either when it came to defending themselves or their brothers or anyone else that were playing and everything. Like, some of these stories that these players had gone through when it came to Malice at the Palace was crazy, and the video footage is just as crazier as well. What I also enjoyed about this documentary was the video footage of Malice at the Palace, and as well as just all of the other footage of just different games, the news segments when it came to like showing Malice at the Palace, and also just the downfall beforehand, and just everything else involving the players and just people who caused the ruckus. The media and the fans were garbage when this happened, especially the media, with just having a very huge racial undertones by basically trying to say that the players were at fault. Oh, blame hip hop, blame rap culture, calling all the players thugs when most of them were defending themselves against other people or the fans. And the fans itself was absolutely garbage as well. Like, people throwing chairs as well too. What is going on? Like the fans were definitely garbage when this happened. And it was not surprising with the media portrayal of this whole Malice at the Palace. I would say the first thing that I did not like about this documentary was the fact is that I felt like this documentary should have been like a two-parter at best, because this was a very huge situation with the NBA. The amount of time that all of the players got suspended for was definitely uncalled for. Like, Meta World Peace lost a whole year because of Malice at the Palace. 30 games, 25 games, like, some of the players did not deserve the amount of time they got suspended for. I was surprised with some of the people that were interviewed in this documentary, such as that one fan that got punched in the face on the court, and just also just some Detroit player fans as well. Like, and also just the security and just the other people that was in charge of the arena. Like, they could have been kept out of this documentary, if I'm being honest. Another thing that I wish would have been included in this documentary is that I wanted to probably get some of the Detroit Piston players, their perspective on the whole ordeal. It really did get bad out there. But out of all, Malice at the Palace was a crazy situation. It shouldn't have happened. And the fact that some of the players are still like dealing with like the trauma or just like negative issues because of it is just sad, to say the least. But out of all, I felt like this documentary, it was a pretty cool documentary for what it was. Surprised me, to say the least, with just how crazy it really got beforehand and afterhand, and how I would rate Malice at the Palace out of 5 stars. I would probably rate Malice at the Palace probably 4 stars out of 5. So thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.